Δεκαετία του 50. Η χώρα μας παλεύει να ορθοποδήσει έπειτα από τις τεράστιες καταστροφές και την οδύνη που άφησαν πίσω τους η Κατοχή και ο Εμφύλιος. Σε συνθήκες φτώχειας και απόλυτης έλλειψης προοπτικής, για αρκετές οικογένειες καθίσταται αδύνατο να μεγαλώσουν όπως πρέπει τα παιδιά τους. Κάποιοι επιλέγουν τη δύσκολη απόφαση να τα στείλουν ανώνυμα και ενκρυπτό στη γη της επαγγελίας, της ΗΠΑ, προκειμένου να ζήσουν μια καλύτερη ζωή. Η ιστορία όμως, όσο και η δύναμη του νόστου, συνειδητού ή και ασυνείδητου, βρίσκει πάντα τον τρόπο. Πολλές δεκαετίες αργότερα, αυτά τα παιδιά που μπορεί να ξεπερνούν τα 4.000 αναζητούν και βρίσκουν τις ρίζες τους στην πατρίδα που τους γέννησε.
So, Ms. Trotter, what is the eftychia project?
The eftychia project is a non-profit organization that's based in the United States. We're registered with the state of Tennessee and the U.S. federal government. We are the only official organization that represents Greek adoptees in the United States and also, as far as we know, in the world. We help Greek adoptees who are searching for their roots and Greek families who are searching for their children lost to adoption. And we do it completely free of charge. We don't ask for money or donations of any kind from any of the adoptees or the families that we help.
Who are these Greek adoptees?
There were, in the 1950s and 1960s, there were approximately 4,000 Greek children who were adopted abroad, mainly to America, with about 600 of them going to the Netherlands. In questionable circumstances, many of our adoptions could be considered illicit, if not illegal. A lot of them were questionable.
Why?
Because
we're talking about Greek orphans. Greek orphans that left from Greece and went to the States, right?
Weren't exactly orphans. Most of us had at least one parent still alive at the time. So there's a mystique about the word orphan. It pulls at the heartstrings, makes people, oh, we need to rescue these Greek orphans. A lot of us were from unmarried mothers who were shamed into either giving up their children or coerced, or we were literally taken out of their arms by family members and spirited away. Some were coerced by unscrupulous lawyers who knew they were going to make money from all of this.
You were not one of these children, right?
Yes. I was born in the mountain village of Stranoma in eftychia in 1958. My mother was unmarried, and I was gotten rid of. Basically, my great-grandfather bribed my godmother to take me and my mother to Athens, and under the pretense of getting my mother a job so she could take care of me. My godmother ended up taking me to the police and begging them to take me to the orphanage and leaving my mother homeless in Athens while she went back to the village. So it was a shame back then. It was a stigma to an unmarried woman having a baby. And so they were going to make sure that I didn't come back, I suppose. So then I was adopted by really wonderful American parents in San Antonio, Texas. After looking at my own papers, when I finally got them and was able to look at them with a logical mind, there's forgeries in my file. There are falsified documents in my file and just a lot of inconsistencies, and some things are just lies. They're just not true. So I'm not the only one. There's many people who have this issue with their files.
So you decided to solve this problem, right?
Well, I had searched for my family. I found my biological mother still alive, my aunts and uncles, my 12 first cousins. They're great big families 7 years ago.
How did you find them?
The only paper I started with was the false paper that said I was a foundling of unknown parents. My name was eftychia, and I had been adopted by my parents. That's the only paper I had, with no names, nothing. And I'm a foundling, so therefore I don't have a family or parents, apparently. And then when I got my file from the orphanage in Athens, from the Βρεφοκομείο Athenon, then in my file I was entered into the orphanage as eftychia nulla. Because I apparently had already been baptized by my family before I was given up to the orphanage. My mother's name was there, Hariklia. She was from Stranoma. And so everything that they had told me was not, that the lawyer had told my adoptive parents was not true. And so the lawyer had actually told my parents that my mother died when I was born. I was a premature baby and I stayed some time in the hospital before I went to the orphanage, which is totally a lie. It didn't happen. So then I was able to, with the help of a friend who spoke Greek, we ended up calling the village president, who turned out to be my second cousin. And when she told him, it's a lady who's looking for her family, she was adopted, she doesn't want anything, she just wants to know if there's siblings. He said, oh my God, that must be eftychia looking for her, Heraclius' lost daughter looking for her.
I want to say hello, and that I'm very happy that I found her. Yes, we're.
She's here and she's crying.
Oh my goodness.
Everybody's very happy. You can't believe it. Unbelievable. Everybody's very happy now. We found you. Yeah. Yes.
I'm excited. I'm very excited. I'm very happy.
I got your mom.
Hello. What did she say?
She says, when are you going to come?
I'm going to come I tell her I'll be there October the 8th.
Yes.
And
the
help.
whole story. You're going to learn a lot of things.
Oh, I know. I'm really.
We're expecting you. We're expecting you.
They were at the airport. It was really crazy. We went straight to the village. We drove from Athens. Been on a plane all night, but we drove from Athens. Went to the village. A whole huge bunch of families spilled out of my biological mother's house. We had a big dinner on the veranda.
Mama. Mama. Get it.
And it was, you know, and we probably didn't go to bed till 2 o'clock in the morning or something, but it was really an amazing thing. And in the past 7 years, I've been to Greece 54 times to see my family, to have fun with people, to do the work of the eftychia project. And because I found my family, and because I had such a wonderful feeling about reconnecting with my roots, my heritage, my culture, my language, all of that, I wanted to help other Greek adoptees do the same. So 2 years after I found my family, that's when we founded the eftychia project, to help people do that. All of us are involved in this, and so together we have facilitated the reconnections of 34 with their biological families. And most of them turn out good. Most of them are great, their family's receptive.
So I think it's been just a very emotional and overwhelming, but in a positive way, experience to find that I have biological family, sisters. I've always wanted a sister. Now I have 2 sisters, which is amazing. So it's been very positive, very emotional, and just a beautiful thing to think that at this point in my life, or at any point in my life, I would find my biological family is quite special. I think it's also been wonderful because they have been very accepting of me.
I didn't expect to find anything because I was a foundling, you know. I was left at the Pantanissa Church in Patras, taken by the police to the Patras orphanage. I had a note on me. It says his name is Mitsos and he's been baptized. I don't really know if I've been baptized. In 2021, February of 2021, my dear friend Linda Carroll Trotter, eftychia of the eftychia Project, said you ought to try 23andMe. And we're sitting right here at my dining room table. She's on her computer, I'm on mine, and I get the notification that my results are in from 23andMe. I open them up, go to it, and I look at it, and I've got a first cousin once removed match. It's the closest I've ever had. that means one of his parents is my first cousin. And I just looked at it and trying to comprehend it. Of course, eftychia knew exactly what that meant, and she got all excited. Nothing happened until the first annual Greek adoptees reunion in Nashville, sponsored by, of course, the eftychia Project. I was talking to Tula, who's the vice president, telling her this whole story that I just related about the DNA matches. And she says to eftychia, next time you're in Greece, we're going to Drosia. I landed in Greece on October 31st. I was met at the airport by a witch, which was Linda Carroll. eftychia dressed up as a witch and said, welcome to beautiful Greece, right? Sense of humor there. That next night, that was on a Monday, Tuesday night, they had already arranged a big get-together at a taverna in Patras. And I walked into that place, and there's like 40 people there. First cousins, a bunch of those. First cousins' spouses, first cousins' kids, first cousins' kids' kids, potential half-siblings even at that point. We didn't know. So finally, I mean, the reception was incredible. I've never experienced anything in that life. Every single one of them accepted me immediately. And I was shocked. I'm hoping to be able to go back again next year. They are so accepting of me. It's amazing. And staying in that house and staying in the village, you know, I almost think I could retire there, you know. I mean, it's so beautiful in Greece anyway.
And I still, to this day, I cry every time I land in Athens because I'm so happy to be home to Elada. And then I cry when I leave because I don't want to leave. I want to stay. So that's why I go back and forth so often, not only to do the work of the eftychia Project, but to see my family and to enjoy just being immersed in the land that I belong to.
Thank you very much, Ms. Trotter. And keep up the good work to spread happiness to Greek people around the world.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.